Welcome, everybody. This is Damien Jaxxyn here with the Midnight Drive. Joining me today, I have Samiah. How's it going?
Hey, I'm good.
And it is early morning for us. This is not usual for me.
Very early.
I'm usually still asleep at this time.
Oh no. We're gonna make it through, I promise. I
Oh, yeah.
got you.
How's your morning going?
So far, so good. I was also up all night, so we shall be probably delirious through this day, but
Probably.
we're gonna make it. It doesn't matter.
I am
Be
probably
fine.
definitely getting some McDonald's breakfast after this is over.
I think that's a great idea, actually. I should probably get some too.
I am never up to get actual McDonald's breakfast since they stop at like 10:30. So this might be a day I just go fuck it and just go get some.
Honestly, it's either that or I'm just gonna take like a power nap somewhere in between. So one of the two.
And I'm just gonna put myself in a food coma and then fall asleep until like 5 p.m.
That may or may not be what happened to me. Anyway, so
All right. So I found you off Instagram. I've heard some of your music. I even listened to your music on Spotify. Um, you have an amazing sound. Voice is incredible for sure and stuff like that. So I am pleased to have you on here. Plus, as a Black alternative person like myself, it is nice to have somebody else who is a person of color who is into the rock scene. So it is great. I think you are the second person because I did have another group of Black people from out of Brooklyn on here, but it is nice to have this circle and we can commingle.
yeah, for sure. And also thank you for listening. For me, it's kind of never really been a question. I've kind of always grown up in it, so I don't really know anything else, to be honest with you. It started from young. I would think I was maybe like 14, 15 when I picked up guitar. And from there, it kind of started with learning guitar basics, which is like blues stuff and everything. But then you will see me kind of transition into like more like probably like the 70s rock, and then it'll get into like actual like 90s, 80s, 90s metal, then Lizzie all the way up. And it just kind of got heavier and heavier from there. But I think where my actual love is actually turned out to be with like early 2000s, like pop punk, emo, and like just alternative. I think that is probably my formative years in like middle school and high school. So that's where I would say my influence lies the most, and like what was considered alternative in that time. And that's just what I know. It's how I write. It's the sound that kind of like powers my brain even to this day.
We might be like close in age because yeah, the early 2000s is like the Green Day, the Evanescence, Linkin Park,
Yeah,
stuff like that,
for sure.
and getting to like Fall Out Boy and My Chemical Romance, everything like that.
Yep, yep. I guess now I'll probably be considered like an old emo, but yeah, I
Uh,
used to have like the blue hair and everything back then.
I couldn't go that. My parents was like, nope. Like
Oh yeah.
they hated the fact that I wore all black. My dad still to this day was like, you was dressed like a serial killer.
Yeah, I got that too, but did it stop me? No. Literally the other day someone like stopped me and he was like, "Do I know you?" And I was like, "I don't know." They were like, "Where'd you go to school?" And I was like, I went to school in Northwestern." And they were like, "You were the girl. You had the hair and like the gloves and the everything." I was like, "Oh, you do remember me."
You were the one black chick who
Yeah, they're like, he was like, "You haven't changed. Like, you just look the same. The style." It's like, cool.
yeah, so that if I could have, I definitely would have had like the dyed hair. I would have looked crazy as hell.
Honestly, I think it was better to do that then because now that I'm older, I'm like, I would probably never destroy my hair like that again.
I had dreads back then, so I would have had like a couple strands dyed, and then
That would have been cool though.
yeah. All right. So I got some questions for you. Not to take up too much of your time because, like you said, we're both gonna be delirious, and but I feel like we're gonna end up talking for a while because I feel like we have kind of the same taste in music and stuff like that too. But I'm
For
going to
sure.
kick this interview off with how did you get into rock music?
I think that it was marketing. Because in our age, we grew up with like Toonami and all kinds of stuff. And to be honest, it was in a lot of the programming that we watched and a lot of the fight scenes when you used to watch Dragon Ball Z on Toonami. It was everywhere. And that's, I kind of discovered like, hey, I really like that. What is this? And so I find it's also in a lot of video games that I used to play growing up. So if I was into like racing games, if it was like, I would listen to like Green Day and I'd be like, what is this? Or a Good Charlotte. And I'd be like, this is so cool. I also got into like more blues rock bands too. I think I discovered Saliva the same way. I used to just listen to like Click Click Boom. And then wrestling. We have wrestling, the WWE
We are now best friends.
thing. Like there's
We
just so many ways.
we are now best friends. I
Ultimately, I
love
do
it.
think it was marketing because it was just what we did. It was everywhere. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like everything important
See
had
now
music. You know what I mean?
I gotta switch hats real quick because now we talking about wrestling.
Hey, see, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that was what we did as kids. Like, we used to play, like, my cousin used to play bass. We used to play, like, the Batista theme song in the basement together, you know? Yeah, we used to be out there, Dagu, 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 ga, 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 da. That was just who we were. And that has always been my life. So,
Yeah, wrestling is a huge one, and it
mhm.
the Tony Hawk games, like I think that impacted my music taste a lot because it wasn't just the hip hop and stuff that he had in there, because a lot of the hip hop I'm into, but yeah, the CKY, uh,
Yeah.
the AFI, and all the other stuff that it had.
Oh, yeah. I love the
It's just
AFI for sure.
like funny enough, I was that's what I was playing all night. I was playing the new Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remaster.
Really?
Yeah,
That's so funny. Was it good? Did you like it? I didn't actually
it's so
check.
fun.
Is it?
Uh, I literally just finished all the pro goals on the
Nice.
career. So now, and I unlocked solo tour so I can play with all the other characters and like beat it.
I might have to get that one for my nostalgia files. I might
It's
have
so
to.
fun. Everybody's been kind of like bitching about it because how they did four, it's basically how they did with like one, two, and three, where it's not like like the open world. You go up to somebody who's like, "Hey, this thing's blah 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 blah. Can you go do this type of stuff?" Like how they did with Underground 2. It's
Hmm.
just like you still got the 2 minutes to do whatever, but they added some stuff to it, which is nice.
Okay, okay. So it's still playable and like enjoyable, which is
Hmm.
important. Okay, I
And
got you.
the soundtrack is amazing. Like they switched out certain songs. Like I know with Iron Maiden, they didn't
Mm,
put in Number of the Beast. It's was it 2 minutes to midnight and stuff
okay.
like that. Um, and they took out some other stuff, but then they added like Kick Push by Lupe Fiasco, Yankee and the Brave by Run the Jewels, and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just like, I'm cool with this.
You know what? It's worth it. I think I might actually have to get it now.
Yeah. I got the digital deluxe, so I got the extra characters, but it's
Oh.
fun. It's
Yeah, I agree. Like and the thing is, I grew up with like mostly like hanging out with mostly my boy cousins. So this is how this occurred
mm,
pretty much. And so this is so how we used to speak as children, whether it was this, whether it was like just listening to any kind of like the character creation screens on the WWE games, like that's where
hmm
you would find like a lot of cool songs too. Surprisingly, also the sports games had really good ones, like Madden. Like you would find a lot of bands. Like I remember, I think at the peak of it, like 2007, that was where we like discovered a trade and like different stuff. We were just, it was great, you know?
Yeah, all those games just had really like even when you were talking about the racing games, like I was big into like Midnight Club and Need for Speed, and they
Mhm.
had a crap ton of like good songs on there for just I'm just like, man, like that's how I think like Midnight Club's how I got into Jimmy Eat World.
Actually, that's a great point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so basically you got into it, as a kid from cartoons, video games, and then just regular stuff.
Pure marketing. I was
Yeah.
purely sold. Anyways.
What made you want to like start a band?
I always wanted to do that, but truthfully, I think back then it was a little different to be what I was. You didn't really have a lot of friends. You didn't have a lot of anything. So I think as a kid, I always kind of wanted because I was a little bit of a nerd. So I kind of wanted like fellowship in a way is what I would call it because I also liked fantasy stuff like Lord of the Rings and things. So I think the way I thought about it is I always wanted fellowship, and the way to do that would be to my dream would be to play with my friends. You know what I mean? Like I would just have friends that were like we'd have each other's backs and we'd play together. And honestly, that turned out to be true, although albeit much a little later than I
Mhm.
expected. But it turned out to be true. But back then, an outcast kid, I really didn't have much of anyone. I kind of relied on myself. And it took a minute to get out of that. I don't think really until like college, I was like, oh wait, I can like be people and be a person. Like I can do things and like actually talk to other people and network. And so I went to school for music actually, and that's kind of when I started branching out and I actually met my best friend who is the co-writer with me. We write the compositions and everything for even the music you listen to, The Flower and the Serpent, Jabari Reynolds. Hi, Jabari. He's probably asleep. Anyways, let's see. But yeah, that's how we met. And we've been friends for over a decade now. And we used to just write together in like the hallways of school.
Hell yeah. It does seem like once you get out of high school, you go into like college, university, you find that group of people that have that same interest that you have, or uh, like you said, being the outcast, you find the other outcast kids, and it was like, hey, do you listen to this? I listen to this too. Do you like this? I like this too. And then just
Yeah, that's how it happened. Essentially, we did all of that, just met in the hallway by chance, just sitting along the walls, and rest is history. We've been writing since teenagers.
also saw it like a couple days ago, you had a show.
I did, and it was really, really, really fun. So shout out to the DMV Music Alliance for pulling us for that one because it was so much fun. And they're great. We did a show with another really cool local band in the DC area called Hue and another amazing punk band called Peak Bloom. They were both so good. I loved their entire sets. Um, I was nervous about that one, and really because it was my first time performing in like maybe a year and a half-ish.
Hmm.
So I was like, I don't know if I do this. I really don't know who's gonna remember me. But it was actually coming off the high of like me just posting a thank you video that kind of went semi-viral on TikTok.
Hmm.
And part of it is probably the clip that you saw on Instagram. I just performed it to like thank maybe the 500 or so people that were consistently listening to this record, even though in my opinion, I had retired in like 2022, 23, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. Jabari being who he is, he never lets me rest. He's like, you're not done. Even if you're taking a break, you're not done because you're too I'm never gonna let you quit anything. So that's how he is. We always, and so in a way, like I said, I actually ended up getting the fellowship I wanted. So he never lets me do that. And I was like, whatever, you know what? We're gonna do this one thing. We're gonna post this video. No one's gonna care about it. I don't care. Turns out it got like over 300K views on TikTok, and I was like, oh,
Yep.
300K. I think we might need to do something and get back out there. And sure enough, so many people showed up and I didn't expect that. And I am just eternally grateful to the NBA Alliance for putting on that show and for just everyone being a part of it.
Well, I'm glad it was a good show. And like I said, you are very talented from what I've heard. Like,
Thank
maybe get into
you.
like, I was, are you classically trained or anything? But like, did you take any like singing lessons or anything like that? Or is,
Yes, I did. We went to school. We met at music school, actually. So I went to college for music. The funny part about it is that I didn't fit in there either. So it was very much, I learned the technique in like private lessons, but what I found is that it was really hard for me because I don't think music school is really kind of tailored to what I wanted to do. So for me, that was a really hard journey because I'm at school with like some of the best musicians you can ever even consider, like Charlie Puth, almost, you know what I mean? And so I'm thinking like, what am I doing here? That was like my whole thing. And it was just like, it took me a minute to understand that I had my own thing and that I was good at that and that no one's better than me at me. And so that is kind of like the big thing that you have to overcome, I think, when you're in school for music. And so I found that in private lessons, instead of like being told to sing like Vivian Green or like other things that have nothing to do with like what I'm actually able to do. Like I would be given like jazz and stuff to sing in like classes, and I'm like, I'm not good at this. Like I don't think you understand that this isn't my thing. You know what I mean?
Be like, hand me some Paramore.
And that is where I love my private lesson teacher, Nichelle. I love you. And Nichelle Mongo, she's great. She would be like, yeah, I know that you're feeling this, but you belong here. And this is what we're gonna do. And in my private lessons, that's exactly what I did. We did Paramore, we did Evanescence, we did Hailstorm. Like that was what we did because that was what I knew and understood. I mean, jazz is great, I appreciate it, but that is not my forte, you know? It's just not. So
Yeah, jazz is cool, but when you want to rock the fuck out, then you know that's what you want.
yeah, I just didn't really, it didn't vibe, and that's okay, you know.
I am somewhat of a jazz listener. I probably
Mhm.
could not name five off the top of my head right now, but I do like having it. But yeah, I'm a rocker and somewhat of a hip hopper through and through.
Feel like it's beautiful to listen to, but you don't want
Mhm.
to hear me sing it because I don't have that level of intonation that they need to do that.
Yeah, it's very much
Yeah.
it's a lot for jazz.
Yeah. Jabari is great at it though. So if you hear any of that and the influence in the music, it's him. The heavier parts are usually me. So like the bridges and like the crunchier parts, there's usually my influence. He's all the pretty jazzy stuff. It's not actually me. You might think that because I'm the girl. It's you know, it's not.
Like when I hear you sing on the songs, I'm just like,
Hmm.
how's she not done like any R&B stuff? Because you have kind of like that voice in the song. Or I'm just like, it feels like she should be in this type of section, but I don't think she does. That's why, and kind of why I wanted you on
Hmm.
I can't say podcast, not a pod, but on the show. Because I was just like, has she ever done anything outside of rock?
No, I haven't. I have done it in the ensembles that I got seasoned, but like I wasn't great at it. It's just I think for me, probably because I'm more of like a emotional human, if it's not something that I can fully pour myself into, it's only gonna be kind of like half-assed, you know what I mean? And that's just the truth of it. So like even if like people feel like I could sound good singing R&B, sure I could, but there's no passion behind it. Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you are belting on these songs. Like it's not like you're like whispering anything. Like you are getting into it. And
That is actually
um,
not entirely true. I am also not a belter.
uh,
So what I have is more like a mixed voice. So it's a projected mix, I would say, which is actually very similar to the approach that Amy Lee from Evanescence would have. So instead of like da, 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 it's not actually that loud. Laying you down to my core,
like
where I've become so numb. It's that. It's not, I'm not big, I'm not huge, you know what I mean?
yeah,
The mic
I
makes
get
it
you.
up.
But yeah, it's just the way you sing on those songs. I was just like, man, this is some powerful stuff, and I get into it. Like it hits a part of my nostalgia bone where I'm just like, this is what needs to be like on the radio.
I mean, I don't know how you guys found the song or like what happened, but I am so happy that everyone did because in truth, like I've just been making it out of love for like what I like. And I'm glad to see that maybe there's like this little renaissance of it happening somehow. And I just fell into that pocket by chance, but it's so cool because I also love the nostalgia of it. It's based on all of the things I loved growing up, all of the bands that inspired me, and hearing that it just brings it full circle because thanks, you know.
Yeah, like even the like acoustic track that you seen on Spotify. I'm just like, man, this is kind of like the what was like the VH1 type of thing. Or like,
Yes.
and
That's exactly it. In fact, even in the show yesterday, I explained that like I always do an acoustic song in my set because I just have a love for the MTV Unplugged days
yep, yeah,
every time.
it was the
And
MTV Unplugged. I think VH1 had one like too.
mhm.
If I feel like, but yeah, it definitely felt like that. Um, yeah, I know a lot of different bands have done like live before, like acoustic performances. I know Paramore, like
Hmm.
Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, different ones, and it's awesome to hear because it's a different version. Because I feel like it's a little bit more calming.
Yeah. You can bring it down and like remind people like, hey, you're here with me.
Mhm.
Let's like have this experience together. And we tried a new song last night and it got a really, really good reception from people acoustically. And I was like, this makes my heart sing. People still care about this, you know?
So you said you stopped for a while, and so are you trying to make it that resurge where going out more, trying to make more music and start doing more shows?
Well, yeah, I have a lot of material already. I think we're just going to focus on just paring it down, honing it, and then turning out another EP for you guys. I also feel like it's for me too, because I do this whether or not people listen to it. I didn't do it with any intention for anyone to hear it even. So for me, this is how I expel my emotions. So I wrote a lot of stuff that I paired together in the next album. And as I've said before, I'm gonna apologize to you because it's pretty sad. And that's you're just gonna have to get over that. Anyways, it just is the frame of mind that I was in for this current album that I'll release to you guys. And then I'm already like seeing new songs and have stuff like ideas ready for the next one after that. So it's gonna get different phases of me and if you like it, cool. No, that's cool too. You know?
I can't wait to hear it. Like I am someone I'm very used to like hearing the different emotions. So like I'm a Tyler the Creator fan, and all of his stuff is different. It went from like the immature teenager to basically like now the mature grown man.
Yeah,
When he did Igor and stuff, it was a lot of different emotions and ranges. And Chromacopia is kind of the same thing too.
I agree. I
So like,
think that that just is what it is. Like we're human, you know, it's not always a monetized experience. You know, I'm not making this to appeal to any particular base. It's just how I felt on a particular day. And I hope that people resonate with that.
yeah, that's what music should be. Like
Hmm.
I like that more over than just, well, I'm just putting a project out
Yeah.
and here's some songs. Like it music should be personal. So I can't wait to hear what you got to come out because I know it's gonna
Thank
be
you.
fantastic. It's gonna, like you said, it's gonna resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah, just don't be sad if like you're sad because like then I'll be sad and then everybody's sad and I didn't mean for that, you know? Like it was just me who was supposed to be sad. It wasn't supposed to be sad inception, you know? Like
I have a little sadness.
so like, sorry. Like
That could be somebody's like breakup thing, like somebody going through a breakup and listen to your music, and it's just that's how they cope with it.
yep. Oh wait, hold on. DC sirens.
I'll hear it on my end.
Oh, you don't? Oh, good. Okay, great. Then my headphones are working. Ha! All right. But yeah, I'm glad. I too think that about music. I think a lot of times people, and it could be just because I'm from a different generation. I just feel like a lot of times today it's focused more on like the idea of going viral, of like blah blah blah. And like I don't have that level of energy.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be so real with everybody. I don't.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like
Music is very much now kind of like the get rich quick scheme type of thing, where it's like I'll just make a song, get viral, try to tour, get all this money. It's basically just the 15 minutes of fame starter kit.
yeah, I'm not into that. So I also am not from an era where I feel like I need to show you what I bought at the grocery store every day. Like I'm just not, I don't care. I'm in our day, we did have it, children, but I don't like I don't feel the need to be in your faces every day. So like I'm not gonna be, and I think you should get used to that. You know what
Yeah, I
I
feel you. Like I am not someone like I'm not on Instagram and stuff all the time. I'll post stuff here and there. Like I'll make sure to post when I'm doing the interviews, when I'm doing the show. If it's like something that interests me, I'll pop it up on there. I'll go live here and there.
Yeah,
Just every single day or like 3 times a day, just
I
like,
can.
hey, what's up? Just take a look at my life and nothing like no. Like I work too much. I'm trying to do other stuff. Like I said, I got
Yeah.
another like side gig that I'm doing. I'm like, This is enough.
Listen, exactly. I don't really want to do it. I get that it's important, but what I will give you is what I give you, and you can enjoy
I,
that for what it
exactly.
is. You know?
I'm somebody like I'd rather do word of mouth over a lot of stuff than just be like, okay, here's my social media stuff. Go watch this. Like if I didn't do what I do, I would not have social media at all, and I'd be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have it. I just had to. It's a necessary evil. You know, I had to. If I had a choice, I probably wouldn't have it. But like, it's necessary to like for you guys to see what I'm doing and see how everything comes together. So
Mhm.
yeah, and I enjoy sharing that part of my journey with everybody. I just don't feel like. I think we need to kind of backtrack from feeling like we need to be in people's personal lives.
Yeah.
Like maybe because we had that separation in our time, but like now it's kind of like gone. I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah, now
I'm
now
gonna
it's
keep mine, you know,
yeah,
like
now it's people set up a camera, but like, come with me during my day. I wake up and just
mhm.
like you see them like coming out of bed and do it all. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
listen,
you
you're
set
gonna
this
get
up
this. This is
exactly.
it. Like I don't so in which case, so that was an alarm for but yeah, we're just gonna be
My alarm
human.
just went off too.
Yeah. But we're gonna be human. And I think that's what if you're a fan of me or what I do, like I just want us to be humans. I don't want us to be characters. I don't want us to be caricatures. I just want to talk to you. You want to talk to me? There's people who talk to me all the time in my DMs. They're like, oh, I'm just a fan of this. Hey, I am first a music fan. Talk to
Mm.
me about music. That's fine. But I don't want to just be like, hey guys, get ready and get dressed with me. I don't care. Hey, I still wear band. There's a cat. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
You know,
don't
like,
have it.
so for breakfast today, I had some avocado toast and the blah.
No.
Just like I can't stand those videos. Like, yeah, you're trying to be an artist, not an influencer.
And, you know, I can influence you maybe with music, but that's really all you're gonna get. Like, and even then, I try to remove myself from it as much as possible. You may notice that I don't have any album covers that really have me on it. And the reason for that is actually personal because I don't want this to come up in someone's rotation and they'd be like, oh, cool, girl. You know, like I
Mm.
want it to be cool art. What is this? Who is this? What band is this? I don't want you to see me first. Like, I want you to hear first. And so I don't think I will ever put myself on anything. Just what I want you to do, if you want to see me, come see me live. How about that?
I think on the cover of the Spotify, I think it's a picture of you. But other than that, yeah, like album covers and stuff,
Nope.
it's pictures and different stuff. But
Hmm.
I think that's just it.
Yeah. And I think that's the way that I'm comfortable with it because then I know you're not here just for a product. I know you're here because you actually listened to what I had to say.
That is the right mindset to have is come here with the intention of listening to what I got to offer.
Exactly.
No, we kind of touched on it a bit, but
Sure.
what are some of the bands that inspire your music process?
Okay, so vocally, I think we have to touch on my vocal trendy. It would be obviously Amy Lee from Evanescence, probably Lacey Sturm from Paramore. I mean, not Lacey Sturm from, what am I doing? I sang both of these songs literally yesterday, and why am I confusing them now? But Lacey Sturm from Flyleaf, Haley Williams from Paramore. And those three definitely shaped a lot of my own personal vocal style. I know that everyone says, oh, I sound like Evanescence, but in truth, I learned to sing to her. So that is an absolute truth in my case. And it was very shocking because I was like, I can do the things she can do. You know what I mean? And it started from there, kind of evolving into my own thing. As far as sound wise, this particular stuff, at least with the Flower and the Serpent EP, that one was a band I have loved a while called 10 Years. So they were kind of my sound reference. You kind of can get probably that era of like 10 years, a bit of Chevelle, maybe I would accept for that. Let me see. Maybe even like hints of like Incubus for that one too.
You do not hear Chevelle and Incubus a lot. That tracks.
It does. I
I,
mean, I listen to that stuff religiously. I was a kid. that would listen to like the rock charts. Like I would just listen to the top 100 and like I would just listen and like write down the bands to like download on my iPod later.
Oh, you were fancy. You had the iPod.
I did. Yeah, I had one. I would just download them. Like I had these papers full of bands of like who am I gonna listen to and find today? And that's how it happened. You know, what was it? My ringtone on my sidekick was Breaking Benjamin,
Oh, you
okay?
got the sidekick.
You know, like I was like, it was Breaking Benjamin. Like,
Yeah, I grew up like my stereo in my room never switched off to the rock station like Q101.
yeah,
When I woke up to when I went to sleep, that's all it was. Like,
same.
so
That's
my mom was just like, "What the fuck is he listening to?" Because like,
my dad to this day says it's elevator music, so don't feel bad.
see
I
that,
think what he means by that is like he's like it's just like something you'll hear in the grocery store, and I'm like, okay, he's not wrong now. Back then he was,
kinda,
yeah, like it's
kinda.
not true, but I know he's saying he's like it's like the commercial stuff you'll hear in like the grocery store. I'm like,
Certain songs,
I
yeah.
guess
I'd say more if like you walked in like Zoomies or something or like
yes,
Journey.
fair. Like I'll let him have that. He can win now.
Mm.
That's fine.
But that's funny, like, because my dad is how I got into rock music.
The irony is he is the same. He's the one who got me the guitar. He got me the guitar and he would show me on YouTube like old bands he listened to. So we would
Mm.
listen to like Black Sabbath and we would listen to Led Zeppelin and like a whole bunch of Aerosmith CDs he would give me. And I'm like, this is your fault. And you think I make elevator music?
Right. Like that's kind of the same with me. Like my dad got me into like Steely Dan and into like all the classic rock stuff. So I'm just like, which R.I.P. to Ozzy.
Yeah, for sure. That was, I cannot even. I really didn't think it would be that soon. You know what I mean?
I
I
was
was
at
like, they must know something we don't know, but like, that was a gut punch, truly.
I was at work and I found out. And I told all my coworkers. We all just like, damn, what the hell?
I literally told my band in our group chat yesterday, and I was like, this is like actually just the weirdest timeline.
Yeah. I found out on Discord
Oh my
from
God,
from another
no.
band.
That's so sad. Yeah, no. It was such a cool tribute though. And I'm honestly I think it was like bittersweet because like I really somehow I think everybody knew, but we didn't know. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, even he knew. Like it was
Yeah.
an interview he did where he was like, he kind of knew he was dying. He didn't need a doctor and all this stuff. It was just, I
Yeah.
mean, this guy been doing drugs and doing all this crazy stuff for however long. Like he 76 years old. He going through a lot of stuff. He said he had Parkinson's. He said for that final show, he stopped taking his pain pills so we could like actually feel and be able to sing. So I'm like, he knew something was up. I
Yeah.
think they all did. So
Yeah. But honestly, a legend always will be.
mhm. Someone who is one of the godfathers of heavy metal and someone who definitely put his emotions and feelings in the music.
For sure. All respect. You can
Mhm.
do nothing but that. You know what I mean?
For real. So you said vocally, your big three. When it comes to like the instrumentation or just the sound, who are some of the bands that inspire you?
So probably the same. So basically like the Chevelle, Incubus, honestly, there may be a little bit of like when I'm writing, because I do most of like the heavier breakdowns and like stuff. I think at that particular time, even when we were like writing like The Flower and the Serpent, we had this like breakdown in the middle. The show, I was listening to a
Mm.
lot of I Prevail at the time. And so I think that's where that kind of like dig it out came from. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, they show up in like random places.
I don't listen to too much I Prevail, but yeah, they do have some like heavy stuff.
They do.
The song Hurricane is one of my favorite by them.
I've seen them live, and when I tell you the crowd surfing during that one is insane.
Oh wow. I gotta start going to more rock shows.
I keep telling people to come with me. I actually at the I Prevail show, I brought one of my friends for the first time, and I was so proud of him because he actually went into the mosh pit. It's his first show ever. Like I was like, yes, I'm a good
Yeah,
friend.
I've been avoiding the mosh pit because I'm just like, If I was in my 20s, yeah, I am 31 and I'm just like, nah.
Understand. I do understand. We just went to me and my guitarist Josh, we just went to Warped Tour and I promise you that was amazing experience. It was fun. We went to Warped Tour DC, so plenty of mosh pits. Plenty.
But who was on the lineup for that?
It was actually a really good lineup. I think the biggest like outliers for me were probably what is his name? Alex the Terrible from what is the name of his band? I should know. But Slaughter to Prevail, my God, I don't understand. Like why is he so good? How is he human? Like I don't understand. I was literally like maybe not that close, but easily 50 feet from this guy, and he is screaming outside of the microphone. I can still hear him. What? How are you human? Like,
That's projection,
how are you human? Like,
projecting and hitting that diaphragm.
that's insane. That dude has insane vocal skills. I didn't listen to that band before then, so I had no idea who they were. But that moment changed it. That dude is like so talented. I don't even know.
Like adding to the Spotify right now.
Immediately. Immediately. Of course, I had to do nostalgia. Simple Plan was probably one of my highlights because I knew a lot of the older songs from my day. But yeah, it was fun. Who else did I enjoy? That could have been like a really okay. This is gonna be a throwback. Hawthorne Heights.
Yes. Oh, okay. I I am I'm kind of pissed because like they came to where I live. I'm in central Illinois and they actually performed here and I was trying my hardest to get an interview with them.
Ah,
I was trying my hardest to get an interview with them. I like emailed their record label. All this shit. I even tried to ask the venue, and for some reason the venue was just like they didn't want to work with me. I'm just like, whatever, y'all suck. I've
but
done
yeah.
stuff with this venue before. I'm not gonna say their name because they do stuff with the radio station that I volunteer for, but I kind of hate them because of how they treated me in the past. But
Oh.
yeah, I was just I because I asked my station manager, I was like, hey, can you see if they'll let me do this interview with them? Because I tried doing one before with a band, and they were like, "Oh, well, you didn't have a contract with us, and we didn't know you were coming," and blah blah blah. I'm just like, really?
I can imagine there's lots of red tape in there, but yeah, it would have been cool.
Yeah,
So I just think don't give up on it though.
no.
Eventually, for sure.
I'm trying to get some big name bands on.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. It actually hopefully it would raise the stock of the radio station. um,
Or also just be really cool, even still. It's
I
a
mean,
cool
honestly, yeah,
experience. Yeah, like
just being in a room with a band that
right.
I've listened to since I was like a like teenager. That's how I felt like it's probably the third, fourth time I've said this. Like my first concert was actually like a couple weeks ago. I
Mm.
went to see Tyler the Creator. And I did not realize until I was at the concert because I felt old and young at the same time. It's like I've been listening to since I was like 17, and then I'm seeing like teenagers here.
It is a surreal experience. I didn't expect the number of teenagers to be at Warped Tour, but I should have probably. But it was like really cool to see because I'm like, man, but there's also a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it's like the original fans who like listened to the bands when they were growing up, and then it's like the
yeah.
group of people who are just like, "The fuck are y'all doing here?"
But it's kind of cool because it's like I didn't see you, and it was like really cool for me to see because there's lots of kids actually there. And so one of my favorite moments was like just looking at these kids and I'm like, man, like imagine how if it was cool to get my parents to get me to go to Warped Tour back then, and these
Hmm.
kids are all just here like vibing. It's literally so hilarious. So, I was like, you know what? They were looking for seats and they were just so excited. I was like, I'm just gonna give up my seat for these kids because like I can't, like this is such a cool thing to see all just excited, like wanting to hang together and like
Yeah.
vibe to bands. It was
Yeah.
a great fun. So we got up. It was like, hey,
I I'm kind of mad that like I never got to go to like Lollapalooza in Chicago and all this different stuff. Like we had like a lot of stuff here like in Chicago, and I never got to go. Like my mom was just like, "You ain't going to none of this shit," and I'm just like, "Why? Why won't you let me go?"
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think I got to either. I think college was when I started to go on my own.
Mm,
I used to beg to go because back then, like Warped Tour here was like held at like Merriweather Post Pavilion,
mm,
and I was really, really close to it because I used to work at the mall,
mm.
and I could just like stand outside and hear the concerts. That was pretty much like it. But for the most part, I think my first concert, I think, was Periphery.
You're the second person to mention that to me.
Really?
Yeah. So I did an interview with a guy in Italy last week, and he mentioned Periphery, and I actually listened to their music, and it's really really good. I was like,
It's
man,
amazing. They're amazing. And the singer is so good live. I can't like I walked away as a music student extremely jealous of him that night. Anyways, yeah.
I think we all have that person where it's just like, how are you so good? Like
Like I
you want to reach that level, and it's just like, what do I need?
so you're so perfect. I hate you. Like it's just
Hmm.
not fair. You know, like and they had the nerve before that to say he was sick.
Oh, and then it was just hitting notes and just
Just
fucking killing it on stage.
heavens in the heavens. Like I'm just like this. I don't even want to talk to you anymore.
He's like, be like, all right, get out of here.
Just don't even talk to me anymore, guy.
Hmm. But yeah, that is a cool thing to see. Like I say, the new generation, whatever, because I sound like a fucking old person. But
It's
seeing,
okay.
but seeing like teenage stuff get into the music that we were into when we were teenagers and growing up. When again, like you said, we were seen as like the outcast, nobody wanted to talk, or like the weirdos,
And
whatever.
I think it's cool because like people don't view us like that now, or rather
Yeah,
them, I guess, you know, and it's very funny to me to like see that we were able to make that in a way, maybe indirectly, like a normalized thing.
yeah,
And I think it's cool. It's normal even now to like walk around with like anime shirts and stuff. It
yeah.
wasn't in our day. And I think it's just really nice to see the society change in that way. My youngest sibling is like 16, so she'll always like be like, "Hey, can you show me like what bands did you listen to when you were my age?" And then I'll like send her these playlists and I'm like, "I got all this stuff from iTunes when I was your age."
Hmm.
And it's like just again another full circle moment. I'm like, she's like, "Wow, these are so cool." And I'm like, "Yes, it lives on." You know?
Yeah. I like the fact that there is an appreciation and stuff like that. It's not as much of a hassle for the newer kids to like get into it. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I know I'm gonna sound like an old ass man for saying this.
Okay.
I do kind of hate the fact that it's so like the fact for us we had to like fight for a lot of stuff, and now the fact that it's like very open and inviting.
Easily
Mm,
accessible.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a small amount of me that's just like fuck you because you don't know what you do not know what we had to deal with. I had to deal through so much shit to
Yeah.
even get to this point, and I kind of feel like that even like with like rappers and stuff now, where they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the rock music and this and that." I'm just like, "Shut up!" Like, or not. Like I saw a clip the other day of fucking Kevin Gates saying he likes Radiohead, not Radiohead, Wheatus, and I'm just like,
I don't think I did see that clip actually.
yeah, and I'm just like, "Fuck you, dude! Like I hate you
It's
so
like,
much."
where were you when we were being bullied?
Exactly,
Where were you?
because knowing him, he was one of
Yeah.
them dudes bullying the kid, and I'm just like, no, like no.
But it's such a unique experience, I think, for those of us in that time that in a way it's what also sets us apart because we understand the struggle to that level in that we, especially if we're musicians, creatives, can still draw on all of those experiences to create amazing art.
Yeah, that is very true. And I mean, I think we kind of get it double because both person of color and then like especially when I went to school, that it was predominantly black. And so me coming in talking about rock music I'm listening to, where everybody like, yo, you listen to that new Waka Flocka and Gucci Mane and blah blah. I'm just like, no, I was listening to fucking Slipknot and Lupe Fiasco.
So the thing is, I think with who I was believe me, younger me was so much more aggressive than I am now. But like who I was just unapologetically this way. So, you come in with blue hair, huge bike chain. Nobody really questions it. You got lace gloves. They knew what I was about. Like I didn't really have to have that like conversation. I used to come to school with my guitar.
Mm.
Like there were no questions in that regard. I think most of the questions happened like maybe amongst my family at most, but I didn't really care what the world thought of me then. And I still don't now. And I think that attitude is still translated to who I am as an adult. And I've never actually had like experiences where I'm left out of anything. So I'm lucky in that regard because I've always been a part of like, whether it was guitar class, I've always been a part of like all of those things growing up. So I was able to easily relate and understand like what was going on. I never felt outcasted amongst people in the scene, rather.
That's really good. I feel like depending on where you live, like I think people have like had better experiences.
I can understand that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Unfortunately, that's just not my experience because I mean, I was a music kid. I was just everybody plays music, and most of the time that meant with what I like to play that I was the only Black person in the room, and that didn't hinder me in any way. I think, in fact, it would just open up more conversations between the people I was around because they'd be curious, like, why do you do this? Like, why are you here? You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, well, I like this, and this, and all of a sudden, bridge. You know what I mean?
With you being from, I believe, like the DC area,
Yeah.
or the DMV, political, what is the scene out there?
Oh, I'm far removed from now. I'm too old. But in which case, I would say for me, I think a lot of what I'm seeing is definitely a lot of punk. So Baltimore has always been into that. So like punk, hardcore, definitely known for that in Baltimore. I would say there are pockets of metal that I've been trying to scope into and figure out where they are because I want to have some of them for another show that I want to plan in the future. But most of it, there's definitely like a jam band scene in the actual DC area. So it's more jam bandy, or like indie rock-ish. And then there's just like pockets of people that I find, like Hugh. There's like another cool like hardcore band called Oh Violet that I found. Like I've just been looking around for like people that I know sound really cool because I'm also, like I said, first I'm a fan of music. And so when I hear them, I'm like, they'll sound good with this, and this. And that's kind of how we put together the show we had the other day.
Oh, I feel like you probably be able to find them like the power of social media, I guess. Like probably on Facebook, there's like a thing for like the metal scene, hardcore scene and stuff.
I have joined them and I'm looking for more of them. I think because I think I like to think because I listen to a lot of like mainstream rock music. So don't ever think that I don't think what I do is like not mainstream at all. I understand that it is because that is what I loved and enjoyed writing and listening to as a kid. But I think that as far as what I'm looking for, it's just like I feel like I'd be really good at curating like shows because I really want to see like that progression of like fans. Like so you get a huge arc by the end of the night. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a way to get to network and getting people like getting these bands in the same rooms together.
Yes, I would love that. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more of it because you guys in DC, a lot of the bands that I found, including Hugh and Oh Violets and everyone, Peak Bloom that I play with, you're all so great and talented. We got to see more of each other
Man,
for sure.
gotta like you said, connect those bridges. When you're not rocking out, what are you doing in your free time?
In my free time, sleeping. Just kidding. No. Sometimes that's like a half joke, but mostly sleeping and or playing video games. I think recently my friends and I have been playing, what is it, Repo together. It's like So this little game, like a little horror game where you're like these little robots and you have to like collect things for money.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was called, but I've seen it before.
Yes,
Um,
that thing.
what console do you got?
So we've been doing it on PC.
Uh,
Fine. But I also love console games. I will probably be on Borderlands when it comes out.
I think that comes out soon.
Is it soon? Yeah, I think so. So I'll be on Borderlands, convincing people to play with me.
I know they got under fire a while back because they were doing like the different editions of like the games, but I think it's like one of the editions to where you still had to buy the game.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't hear that.
it was like a
But
it was like a box set or something. It was like it came with a bunch of stuff, but you still had to like buy the game. So you still had to spend like extra like 60, $70 on the game.
I will look into this because I'm unaware. But it did look really cool, like this new Siren subclass. So I'm just saying,
Yeah, but
putting you down at that.
Borderlands is one of those games I got into later in life. Like same with like Ratchet and Clank and different stuff.
I would say it's same for me. It wasn't something I initially did, but like my cousins convinced me again. Male cousins, you know what I mean? I was like, all right, I'll play.
Like I still got to get into like BioShock and all those different games because I didn't play it growing up. I was stuff like growing up. I was still in like the Tony Hawks, all like the sports games, racing games, all that stuff. Like now, I'm kind of getting into more like the more action adventure games, like the God. Well, I was always in the God of War, but still
Oh yeah.
The Horizons franchise.
I haven't tried the Horizon stuff. I feel like I would like it, and everybody tells me I would like it though.
I would say because I played some of the Tomb Raider games, it is a better version of like Tomb Raider, a lot.
Okay. I'll totally like it because I do like those. Like I like Tomb Raider. I definitely am into like what was it? Like the why can't I remember? What is the game with the Nathan Drake collection?
Uh, Not Last of Us.
No, because it's old now. Because I originally played them. Was it on PS3?
Uncharted.
Uncharted, yeah. But like I like stuff like that because I like puzzles too.
But yeah, I need to get back into Horizon Forbidden West because that was really fun.
Really? Okay. I think I'm gonna have to download them because I keep saying I'm gonna do it and I never do.
But I try to wait until because I have the PS5 and I try to wait till whenever they have them like free so I can just collect them
Hmm.
and just have them saved up so that way I got to spend the money. Like right now, they have like Destiny 2 with a bunch of like the DLC. Like,
I also play Destiny or played Destiny. I haven't recently, but I don't know. It some of the stuff did look cool. Like I did like the lightning ball I saw. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, that did look fun.
yeah, I haven't played Destiny 2 since I used to play with my ex. That's been like a couple of years now.
I'm pretty sure I stopped at the final shape, like when that started being announced. So I think the last thing prior to that was like, well, whatever happened after the Witch Queen. I don't remember, but I did used to play Destiny. I did enjoy that as an activity for many years.
See, I never played the first Destiny, and then I just ended up going with Destiny 2 because I think it was like free or whatever. And then my ex asked me if I wanted to play. I was like, yeah, sure. So we played here, and I was more on the Division and Division 2.
Yeah. My cousins also played Division. But me, I was into Destiny and the first Destiny was actually really great. I did enjoy it. I mean, it's yeah, it is the same thing over and over again, but like it was fun for the time. I think two, it did lose me. I might go back. I'm not sure. Not really. But I haven't seen anything yet that will compel me, you know?
Yeah. I'll probably go in and check Destiny 2 out again. If I can, if they'll let me run it solo, I'll play solo. But if I gotta play with other people, fine.
Yeah, you're gonna need some other people, but I don't actually know. I don't, from what I remember, a lot of it's not like the old stuff isn't necessarily backwards. Like you
Mm.
can't really do a lot of the old stuff anymore. So I don't really know if you like never played it, how that experience would go for you.
I need to get Helldivers too.
Josh keeps trying to convince me to get Helldivers and play with them.
I told some people I was gonna get it, and I still haven't got it yet. It's so many games I still need to get. I still need to get Doom: The Dark Ages.
I've never
Yeah.
even played Doom, but like he
Really?
just no.
You,
I've seen Doom played. Have I played it myself? No.
I think you would like Doom. Like, The 2016 one, I think you would like. Doom Eternal, you could skip, in my opinion. You could
Okay.
skip that one because a lot of Doom, at least what he used, well, the 2016 one, a lot of it was just shoot, punch, do whatever. With Doom Eternal, they kind of made it a little bit more, I say, like strategic to where like, okay, this gun will kill this enemy a lot faster than if used. It was like, no,
Oh,
it's a lot of
a
that,
little more difficult.
and I hated that. I'm just like, why did y'all do this?
Oh, so I definitely think I might like it, but I'm not sure because I've never played it. But I would assume it's on the same vein as like Halo or like Gears of War. Similar? Yeah.
Uh, and somewhat it's still a first person shooter, just
Yeah.
a lot more speed and hell.
Fair. Fair. I'll try it. I'll see. I think we will jury's out on Helldivers. I don't know why they would play Helldivers with them, but we'll see. They try to convince me, but I'm like, dude, it's not that fun. Like it doesn't look that fun. They're like, yes, it is. You have to do it for the country. Do it. I'm just like, what are you
For
talking
the
about?
country.
What are you talking about right now?
Probably some in game joke.
Like what? What? They're silly.
Do it for the country.
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure we're the villain and it's some sort of joke in that Helldivers series.
I don't know. I don't know. That's just it's crazy. I just saw they're making Battlefield 6, and I'm hoping it's better than the last one.
I'm just stuck at this a six of Battlefield. Oh my God.
I used to like Battlefield. Battlefield 4 was one of my favorites, and then it just went downhill.
You know, it happens.
And Call of Duty was just like, "Hey, want to play some Call of Duty? We got this one thing for free, and then we're just gonna keep making a bunch more."
I think that like I was like I think I'm just like I aged out of maybe some of it because like I used to play Call of Duty religiously until I think I stopped at Modern Warfare 3 and
Mm,
now it's like because that was probably when I was in like high school. And now it's just so beyond me. I'm just like, I don't even think I can keep up with any of this anymore. Like, look at how you're dying every 5 seconds when I'm looking at someone playing this. Like, how are you playing this right now?
I haven't touched a Call of Duty in I don't know how long. Like I don't even think I have the hand-eye coordination to be.
I don't think I have it anymore. Like I used to. Like it used to be a point where I would play it like on one of the hardest difficulties and like could do it so easily. And now I'm just like, this is so fast. I don't even know how you guys are like understanding what's happening.
And now they've done so much stuff with it to where it's just like now they can go on walls and shoot you and do all this stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw like one of the recent ones where like they changed like the zombies mechanics and everything
Mhm.
too. I was like, huh, this is not what I remember. Anyways,
It's like just give me a campaign, just give me a solo campaign I can play with a good story. Like
yeah, I don't know. Do they even play the campaign anymore? I don't think they do.
no, it's just like I
Yeah,
think it's all just multiplayer
I
now,
think it's multiplayer.
and it
Yeah.
fucking sucks. I'm like, just give me a campaign. Like,
I like campaigns, but yeah, I guess it's evolved more into like probably appealing to like the streaming of games and stuff now, maybe.
yeah, it's just a lot of just like all the MMOs and whatever, well,
Yeah.
different stuff. I'm just like, just give me a campaign. Like I will pay you $30 if you just give me like a 20 gig campaign.
Really good one. Yeah, I would do that. But again, we're just fossils. What do we know?
Yeah.
We don't know
I
anything.
I tried downloading one of the like I think it was like Modern Warfare Remastered, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing that because it was like 90 something gigs. I'm just like, there is no way in hell. Like you are eating up the bus
I
stuff.
mean, I kind of want it, like, because that was like my favorite one, and I'm just like, should I or shan't I every time? But if I have some free time, I might. But I feel like I'll be so bad at it now.
Oh, I definitely had to like my friend got me into playing like Metro and that game. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's like this Russian crazy like first person shooter game. Like it's fun. I just like I need to get back into it, but it's a lot of just like it's kind of almost in the same vein of like a Resident Evil, but not really. It's
Hmm.
still it's still a first person shooter. but it's a lot of like, hey, this thing is coming at you and you only have like so many
Oh
bullets.
no. My worst nightmare.
It's like, all right, you got the shotgun, but only got 8 bullets in it. And like, how are you gonna survive? And it's like,
No, I'm not. That's really what it's gonna
Mhm.
be. It sounds like I'm not. Sounds like no. Let me see. No, but like honestly, I really love horror games, but I can't play them like because I get scared and I'm too realistic for this. I'm like, I'm just not gonna go that way. So you can't force me to move. Like that's what happens. So Josh ends up always like playing or streaming horror stuff and then I'll watch it. Or just like some of my other friends and I'll watch them do it because like I'm not doing this. What, you think I'm gonna walk into this room? Please. Like,
have they played any of the Friday the 13th or like the was it like a Dead by Daylight?
yes, I used to watch one of my friends play Dead by Daylight all the time. I think they've added some new characters now that I probably should check
They've
up
added
on.
a lot
Yeah.
from what I've seen. No, they added Dracula. They
Oh
added
yeah, from Castlevania.
yep.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember
they
seeing that.
they added I think all of the characters from like Five Nights at Freddy's.
I think I saw that too. It's fun. Like Dead by Daylight, I don't play, but like it looks a lot of fun. I just need probably to not be scared, but I don't know how to not do that. Like,
Well, I mean, I think that's the point of the game because it's like you got you either gotta hide and survive, or you gotta be the one killing everybody.
but here's the thing, like, why am I there? That's really the question. Why am I there? That's really where it starts for me,
I
mentally.
mean, it's all those horror games is basically just a bloody version of tag where they're just
True.
it is like, all right, how can I get to you?
You know, let's not like let's not. But it is very, very fun to see. Like I enjoy like seeing like the little different profiles of like the killers and stuff as a fan of like horror. And I like that they included some of like the classic horror villains too. And I think what was it? Someone was it Nicolas Cage that voiced his own character?
He,
Wonder if he was in there. I wonder if it was him. But like certain actors would like play their own characters. And I think it was cool.
man, I know Nick Cage does seem kind of like that person to do something like that.
He does not seem to take himself that seriously, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, he always has like something coming out. I wish he would make another Ghost Rider, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I don't know that they will. So I would say my grandmother is responsible for like partially my nerdiness because she's the comic book nerd.
Mm,
So she's the one who like collected comics, and I would like watch all of that stuff with her on the weekends. And I think that I thought that was normal, which is probably also why I ended up having a lot of male friends growing up. Like, but truly, I think I used to watch Ghost Rider. I used to watch everything from Spider-Man on Saturdays,
yes,
X-Men, like
yes.
everything, whether it was Iron Man, even the old stuff, like the Spider-Man is Amazing Friends, and like I just used to watch all of it. And then Gargoyles, whatever it was, my grandma was into all of that. From all the way to these cartoons to like Hercules, Xena, Beastmaster, Star Trek, Star Wars, it was all of it. Like when Lord of the Rings came out, I would have to go with her. Like, so, and that is to date like one of my favorite movies for sure because I think it was my first like existential crisis of like the heroes are losing like and they're actually dying like when I was little and I was like you can't end the movie like this like that's not how it works and
True.
I think it was fun so it was fun for me and I just enjoy all kinds of stuff like that so yeah pure nerd.
Yeah, me, it was I'm a old Power Rangers fan. I've not watched.
Oh, dude, are you kidding? Like, I still to date think that the Power Rangers movie and like Ivan Ooze is one of the best villains Power Rangers ever
Yes.
had, dog. Like, he's so cool. Like, I was like, why? Who is this actor? Like, why is he so good?
Yeah, I haven't watched that movie in so long. I don't even know if you can find it anywhere. But I
I'm
would.
sure you could. We went to see it in theaters. That's how old we are, anyways. But yeah, I still remember, like in the I remember the music being pretty cool too. Like I think like
Yeah.
the opening scene where like they're jumping out of the plane, like
Hmm.
that's like such an iconic
Oh yeah,
like
because that's
yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yep.
It's the cover of the Stevie Wonder song,
Yep.
High Higher Ground.
See, there we go. More marketing. Let me see.
But yeah, I don't know if I saw it in theaters, but I definitely had the VHS. That's
Oh, that thing got worn out.
like that one and Turbo probably both got worn out.
Those were the only two I liked. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The only two that I really enjoyed were that
But
and Turbo.
just like Power Rangers in general.
The movies.
Oh, this movie. I don't think did they ever make it outside of like the most recent one from
I
like
didn't see that one, and I
it,
feel, I mean, so I understand that the one we grew up with was also not great.
this one was even like there is because it's like Becky J Becky J, I get the like reggaeton singer and whoever else is in it. And I went and saw that movie in theater.
You
And
didn't
there's
like
a part
it?
there's a part in that movie where it's like the Pink Ranger. She like goes to the bathroom because like she supposed to be something, and then they make it seem because she's like has scissors with her, and they make it seem like she's about to cut herself or like do something, and she just goes and like cuts her hair. I'm like, what is this? Or like even the beginning of the movie where the Red Ranger's like the quarterback for the football team or whatever, and they're like stealing the bull from the other team, and they make a joke about like his friend jerking off the bull.
Oh, so this is not a child's cartoon anymore.
It's just like, hey, they're teenagers, and we're gonna find different ways and blah blah blah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I grew up with the campy version, so I really don't know. I do think like when I saw it visually, it seemed like they were trying to like age it up a bit, but
It just looked bad. Like even like the Rita Repulsa didn't look that good.
oh, I mean, I'm sad for that, but like I don't know. I don't know if the kids of this generation like it, but I made it
Mm.
my duty to show my sister all of the old stuff that I watched as a kid.
Mm.
So she likes all that stuff, whether it's like Digimon, the original Pokemon series,
Yes.
the original Yu-Gi-Oh
Mm.
series, she's the original DBZ series. She knows all of it. So I'm just like, she looks at the stuff today and she's like, why did they remake this Mewtwo
Mm.
movie? This is not as good. And I was like, the
Yeah.
fact that you know this, I did my job. Let me see this.
Yeah, why did they
Did my
remake the Teen
job.
Titans Cartoon
I did
Network?
my job. I mean, I've shown her that too, so she's seen that series.
Yeah.
She is truly, I think it's funny because like the kids today, they're mostly like online. So she's like, oh yeah, it's really weird because like they'll call me like a poser and stuff, and I'm like, oh. But she's like, but then I know all the deep cuts of songs and bands they don't know. And I'm like, yes, yes, you do.
Hmm.
Yes, you
I've
do. And
trained you. I've
yes,
taught
you
you
do.
well.
I've taught you so well. You know,
Whenever I do have a kid, I'm doing that same thing. It's like it's not
I
gonna
have to,
be it like I'm showing like old Blues Clues,
right?
the old Nickelodeon stuff. There's been a thing now to where I guess like parents show like classic cartoons from when they grew up, and their kids are actually like actually watching the show on just calm because apparently a lot of shows now is like so fast paced and so whatever. So
Yeah. I read an article about that, I think, and they were saying that like the shows we used to watch were like actually made by like child psychologists and stuff.
mhm,
So like they were meant to make us like calm down and actually like sit and learn and pay attention.
yeah,
So that's like it's just interesting. I know that there's like a lot of like super energetic like Coco Melon and stuff, but like I don't know, like I used to fall asleep to like Little Bear and stuff and like Franklin, you know, like
Franklin.
Franklin. So it's like they were really slow paced the more I think
Hmm.
about it. Yeah. Like
Oswald.
Oswald was probably the slowest.
Yeah, because Oswald, Maggie, and the Ferocious. We are just literally
Yeah.
we are one showing our age and then two showing like why we were like so alternative.
I don't know what to tell you guys. It was the
But it was the
time.
best.
It's just it's who everyone was like back then.
It was the best.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, let's get back into the interview because now then we just having a conversation.
I know.
I'm leaving all of it saying there, like what the fuck were they doing? Um, what is your Mount Rushmore of rock?
Hmm. That's a hard question. Mount Rushmore, Mount Rushmore. Okay. Okay. I have to pick four. Okay. So, okay. In no particular order. I have to do Evanescence because if without her, I wouldn't exist.
Hmm,
That's okay. And what would I say for guitar? Okay, hear me out. My Chemical Romance. Okay. Let's see. What other albums like were hugely influenced? Okay. If I think about it in terms of albums, you have to add Incubus because Make Yourself was like a huge influence. Uh, who's gonna be in the last spot? I don't know. I don't know. Ah. Okay, who do I listen to front to back with like zero skips? That's really how we have to approach this. Zero skips, zero skips. Front to back album. I might give it to Paramore. I think I should. I think I should. Absolutely should.
gotta give it to
But
Haley.
I gotta give it to her. Yeah. I mean, she was everybody's. I don't think there's a single person now in pop punk that doesn't borrow from her influence.
Yeah.
At
Plus
least
the fact,
not a single female vocalist that doesn't.
yeah. Plus the fact she knows how to crip walk.
Right? She's so funny. She's just a genuinely good human, I think, and I think
Mhm.
that's even better.
I, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't too happy when they broke up. And then like
Yeah.
her solo stuff wasn't really hitting to me personally.
And I think with musicians like that, what people have to remember is like sometimes you lose like who you are because like she's Paramore, but like she got to just be Haley for Pillows for
Hmm.
Armor, you know? And I think even if it wasn't like most people's cup of tea, that's where she was emotionally at the time. And then, so we have to like give her the space to just not always be Paramore. You know what I mean? And so that was important for her and her life journey.
Yeah. It's kind of like Karen O from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, where she did like some deep stuff.
I mean, I think being in a band for so long, like you can lose yourself to that. You know what I mean? And so her finding herself again, I think was what Petals for Armor was for.
I mean that's what happened with the lead singer from Flyleaf. She was like
Yeah.
she lost herself. Like she did like I know not an interview or something, but it was something that I saw on like YouTube where they like broke it down and she was talking about it where she had to like find herself again.
Yeah, I think I remember her like saying that, she had to do that. She was like, I'm also a mom, and so
Hmm.
like I just wanted to be there for my family because like I was just touring. I was just, you know what I mean? I mean, I get it. Like that oftentimes we forget that artists are humans, you know?
Speaking on that, what have been some of the highs and lows being in a band?
Aha, highs and lows. Well, not everything works out being in a band. I think, as you know, you'll switch people, you'll find that things don't work like they used to with people that maybe you work close with. It is just the nature. And it's really also hard, I think, to find people who are dedicated to practicing, rehearsing. That is probably the biggest hurdle and challenge of being in a band. I think what helps that though is like having people that are you're actually friends with, that are actually genuinely passionate about whatever it is that you're creating. Because then it will kind of like peel back the, hey, I don't care about any of what you're doing. I'm just here to be paid. You know what I mean? It'll
Mm.
cut back a little bit on that. But like also to genuinely have like a good project, even if you are paying people to do it, just make sure that's fleshed out because if it's not, I think you invite a little bit more of like opinions that if that you have a certain direction, maybe someone else is gonna come in and like I don't like this. And you're like, okay. But you have to be like strong in like what you want, what your vision is. And from there, kind of like move it into the directions you want it to go in. And I think That's what you got to overcome. You got to overcome everybody else's opinions and just be clear in your vision as to what your end product is going to be. Yeah, the execution of it too. So don't forget that because if it's not being executed like you want it to be, you have a right to change that. Yeah, I think that's it.
That, that is solid. It, I swear, like if you're not on the radio in like the next 5 years and like signed to somebody, like this is like one of the most professional
I mean, I don't
that
aim
was
to be
solid.
on it, but that would be cool. Honestly, I think I'm doing this because it's fun for me. And when it stops being fun, I will stop because I have stopped. You know what I mean? I've done it before. Like, so as long as it's fun for me and I'm enjoying myself, I will be around. And I'm not a famous person. I'm like literally be your neighbor. Like, I'm just here, and I just like music and that's who I am.
Oh yeah. Um, what some people wouldn't expect about you.
Wouldn't expect about me?
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, that I have really bad stage fright. You would be surprised. I used to have such bad stage fright that I couldn't sing.
Mhm.
Like my voice wouldn't even come out. You would not think that, but it's true. And I have it still. What happens is like and I think I just told someone this the other day, in another interview, but I've just decided and like I have like a deal with myself that the moment I step on stage, like whatever I'm feeling has to go away. And that's how I do it. It's just like, sure, freak out as I often do before shows, have your mini panic attack. When you step over a threshold, that's done. That's pretty much it. I think also as far as, yeah, I think that even it shows up in ways that most people wouldn't notice. A lot of the times in some of my videos, you'll see I'm like wearing the microphone cords.
Mhm.
And the reason for that is because I find that it helps me not shake, like my hands shake. And so I learned to use the microphone cord almost as if it was like a snake for that particular song and like throw it around because it helped me have something to do with my hands. Not because I was actually cool. It just turned out cool on camera.
It, it's keeping you like your mind focused on something.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
I've learned since that I can do a wireless mic show, but that's where that started. Is because I was so nervous, my hands used to shake and I couldn't hold the wireless mic.
But it's gotten better over
Oh
time.
yeah. Oh yeah. Last Monday we had so much fun. We were jumping around, wireless mic, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just is something. Did I freak out slightly before? Yeah, because I'm always nervous. But I feel like the irony about being a musician is all the shows that I'm not nervous for are always bad. So like it's a good thing. I've learned to kind of embrace it because if it's you can't really go into a show thinking like, oh, it's gonna be amazing. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be great. Because that's usually when it's not. When you have some doubt, like a healthy amount, I think you can get through it and like just have fun.
But anytime I have a gig, I'm just like, how many people going to show up? Please, that to be like a decent crowd.
Pretty much. That was like everything that was happening on Monday. But I was just like, I don't know, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. What if nobody likes me anymore? I don't know. But at the end of the day, it turned out great and we had so much fun.
Doing like gigs and events is like the most nerve-wracking thing.
It is. And I thought it was really cool because just like you found me on Instagram, there are some people that came and like showed up and were like, hey, we found you from like that ad. And I was like, can you just see me from that? And I was like, they're like, "Ah, that's amazing."
It's always nice because just like finding strangers who are just like, hey, I really like what you do. It's like, thank you. Because I feel like it's sometimes where it's just like, am I doing this? Like not even for like the right reason. I've had shows where like it's like barely anybody in the room, and
Still got
it,
to give it 100%.
exactly.
Like you still have to. And it's happened. It's happened to me. I mean, I'm sure it's happened to every band or musician at once in a time. But I think as someone who came off of like honestly like quitting and just being like I'm not doing this anymore and then to have my first show in like almost 2 years last night and have like maybe nearly 30 people there, it was like I could cry. You know what I mean? Like, how are you here? Like, where'd you come from? Like, it was really, really cool.
It's like, how the fuck did you find out about
How
me?
do you know who I am? Like,
So it's always that thing where just like you have no idea what's gonna happen, and yeah, like having that stage fright, or just having that thing where it's
Sorry, there's a cat.
like I saw a couple whiskers, but yeah, having that little freak out of just like, oh God, please like let people actually like be paying attention to me when I'm on stage. Hopefully, nothing crazy happens. You know,
It always will. And I think that's something that you learn to just roll with it. I think even last night, there's some things I probably would say, we could have done that better. But at the end of the day, nobody in the audience noticed. No,
yeah.
they don't know.
Our biggest thing is always like I hope a fight doesn't break out.
Nah, not usual, at least not at my shows. But like, I think at best it's really I'm hoping for just people to just have a little bit of camaraderie, just enjoying like the actual show aspect of it. Just listen, have fun, dance, cry, laugh, whatever it is you want to do. Like that's what it's about.
Yeah, nobody booing to be like, what the, well, that's just walking out.
I don't really think that that's like real. Like at least forgive me, correct me if I'm wrong, but like at least in my experience, it's not because I think that what happens is like that's social media. You know what I mean? Like I think that we've just become so accustomed to like giving our little pieces on social media, even when they're unfounded, that there's a whole world out there and people are going to support you for you. Why would you pay $20 to get into a show with someone you don't like? Nobody's going to do that,
People pay money just to go to a club and just not have fun.
right?
It's
And
still
it's just
stupid.
like,
That's still stupid to me. It's like you paid to get in somewhere to just mean mug and just stand in the corner or whatever. That is so dumb to me.
I mean, it's not my activity. I wouldn't do
Mm,
that. But like, at the end of the day, I do think in like the rock world and like metal, whatever you do in punk, there's always going to be people that sure may not like you, but at the end of the day, what I would say is like your talent and your craft can't really be denied. So as long as you're good at that, it doesn't really matter what someone thinks in that regard because you hone your craft, you know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, talent can't really be denied by anybody.
yeah. Plus, I do think with like rock community and stuff, it's a little bit more forgiving.
I suppose so. I would say so. I mean, we all been through it. We know sometimes sound isn't great at this place, that blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
Things happen. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, as long as you're up there and you're giving a performance and you're good at what you do, no one is going to care. They are going to have a good time and walk away with good memories of you and your band or whoever, you know?
Um, you talked about venues. What has been your favorite place to perform?
Favorite place to perform?
Mhm.
Locally, I would say it was Baltimore Soundstage. And that's probably because it was one of the first bigger stages that I'd ever played. And all my friends and family were there. And I think after I was nervous, it was like my first like big set. I was so nervous. I was dancing around. Like messy things happened. I think at that particular show, my drummer's he was like on this riser and like his cymbal, like his hi-hat tipped over, right? So
Wow.
I had to dance all the way back to the hi-hat, pick it up before the next break, put it back, and we still got it going. It was great. And at the end of the set, like I was wondering if people would notice that. Nobody remembered it at all. And when I stepped down, everyone just like swarmed me, like so it was great. Like just like a giant bear hug from all my friends and like online friends from Discord and everything like showed up. It was so cool.
That's cool. Um, what is like a goal venue that you would like to perform at?
Ooh, a goal venue. Let's see. I think a venue that I would like to play, I don't really care for like huge ones, but I do want to play like maybe the
What's that?
Paradise Rock Club, because that's where I think I first saw 10 years. And I think just being there would make me happy. But I'm not really, I don't know. Like, I think people see me as like a big thing sometimes, but like, I think a lot of people forget I'm just a local person. So, like, I don't really have Also, I'm older, so like I don't really, if I never make it to like the stadium, like I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care. All I want to do is just have fun and play cool venues with cool bands and enjoy myself. So no, my dream venue is not the biggest one, but it's important to me because I saw really cool bands there. I think I saw I'm pretty sure that's also where I saw Periphery, or I saw, I think at the time, Nothing More opened up for them. They were also pretty good live, really good. They have a cool set. It's just a place that has holds a lot of memory for me. And if I get there, I think I'll be like, another full circle moment. I live for those, you know?
Hell yeah. Like I made it in my mind. Like this is what I wanted
Yeah,
to do.
that's just really all I care about. I'm not, I mean, I would be cool to be like sleep token in Wembley, but like, eh, if it doesn't happen, that's cool too.
Yeah, when fucking Wembley.
I know.
Going back to this. Yeah, shit.
hmm
92,000 people fucking for AEW, and then going back next year.
Just saying, it would be cool, but
I think I think they're doing the O2 this year.
oh,
Yeah, I think in a couple weeks they're going to the O2 for Forbidden Door.
oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, like I wish I could go.
Maybe.
I'm still mad I didn't go to All In for Texas.
Oh, come on, you can make it to one of them.
Shit, I should have went
Yeah.
because I went to the concert. I didn't have the money to go out to Texas. I was just like, but I'm gonna try to go to a pay-per-view sometime soon. I have never been to a pay-per-view. I've been to like four AEW shows. I've been to one WWE show like years ago. Like it's fun. I'm more I'm more on the AEW side than I am WWE because I just don't like a lot of the business practices and stuff that they do and how they
Okay.
treat a lot of their people.
So I'm uncultured in this. So as far as I know, your opinion is valid. You know what I mean?
But to get off that, I got one last question. This is usually the hardest question.
Sure.
Whether you are at home or you are traveling, anything like that, where's your favorite place to get food?
Ooh, favorite place to get food. Is there a favorite? I feel like if you're actually traveling as a musician, it's really like what's open. You know what I mean? It's not really a favorite. But I guess if I had to choose, I think everyone would be happy to see an IHOP. Like, yeah, because I mean, if usually late at night, like after a show, this is what, like Taco Bell, maybe pizza. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
maybe a McDonald's. Yeah, no. If I could do like a genuine IHOP where I can actually sit down and have something like nice, I would do that out of all things.
What about just like on a daily, like your favorite place to go?
Favorite place to go on the daily. Okay, so I am a nachos kind of girl. So like I have this like Mexican restaurant I like called Super Taco, and I just go there and I get like just nachos like carne asada. That's me. That
That's
is
that's the
how
way to
I live
go.
my life. Like
That's the way to go.
yeah.
Like I am also a nacho person.
See, man, we would have been friends. Like
Literally. No, like it's a couple of food trucks in town that I go to and I usually get if I don't get nachos, I will get nacho fries.
there's nothing wrong with nacho fries, man.
Not at all.
They really do hit the spot at night. I'm just saying, like,
Yes.
especially when you're tired, sleep right after.
Shit, not even that. It's just like I don't feel like cooking today. It's Tuesday. We had a couple tacos and these nachos or nacho fries, whatever. Or I just got done doing a gig and it's like these food trucks lined up. This one ain't got a bunch of people or it ain't that much of a wait. I'm gonna get some nachos and get up out of here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's my comfort food. I would die with them if I could. If you told me I died eating nachos, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds like me. Like, that's fair.
For me, it's probably like eating breakfast. I eat way too much breakfast. Like I'll eat
Like
breakfast.
for dinner,
Yeah, I will eat
what
breakfast.
do you eat?
Um, eggs, sausage, hash browns.
Okay,
Uh,
hash browns are pretty sick. I'm not.
if I feel like making pancakes, I will do pancakes. Sometimes bacon.
Okay. Do the pancakes have crispy edges or no?
Yes.
Hey, no judgment. Anyway,
They do have the crispy edges.
All right.
Sometimes I will do bacon if I decide to buy it, and then if I don't have like hash browns or something, I'll make toast. And then I'll just end up making like little sandwiches out of it.
The pancakes?
Out of pancake, out of toast.
Pancakes. Hold on. So
Yeah, so
toast,
if I don't,
sausage, and you put the, so is it like
no.
a hash
So
brown patty?
it sometimes it's the patty, or I'll get
Okay.
like the diced one. So my bad. If I don't make pancakes, or if I don't do like hash browns or something, if I just do like sausage, bacon, eggs, whatever.
Honestly, you might be onto something with the pancake. I think that's what I was getting at.
Right. It just be uh like a McGriddle.
Right. I was like, actually, that might be actually good.
Yeah, my bad. Like if I don't do pancakes, whatever, and I just do toast, I'll like toast like a couple pieces of bread, and then I'll make sandwiches with egg, cheese, with egg and whatever I make, and then just make sandwich out of it, and then just eat whatever that's left from the plate.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with that, okay?
Hmm.
Just so you know.
But yeah, like I'm just like I don't know. I'll eat cereal at like 2 in the morning.
You know, I'm a random cereal eater too. I do eat that just like because. And then I try not to buy it because I'll just eat it all day, like for no reason. I'm not even really, I'm just bored. So I want cereal. Like, I'm just a poor eater.
So I stopped buying the boxes of cereal, and I've now bought the bags, which I actually need to start buying more milk and actually eating the cereal because it's been a minute. But yeah, I like Frosted Flakes, and I get Reese's Puffs. That's what it's literally in my cabinet right now.
I love Reese's Puffs actually. They're like probably one of my favorites from when I was younger. That Fruity Pebbles and like maybe the original like trick cereal with the shapes.
I do Reese's Puffs, Frosted Flakes, the peanut butter Captain Crunch.
I never tried that.
It's good. Um, because like the regular Captain Crunch is fine, but the peanut butter crunch is really good. It
Crunch berries are yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know if they taste the same. I feel like they don't for me, but it could just be because I'm older. I don't know.
But the crunch berries,
Yeah.
it's a different taste.
Okay. I
Um,
just want to know if I was like weird.
because they say Fruit Loops, it's all like the same flavor. I'm just like, I guess I haven't had Fruit Loops in I don't know how long. And then there was a certain Rice Krispies I used to get, and I don't think they sell it anymore, or when like Walmart used to, but it was like a
What kind was it?
so it was kind of like the actual like bars, but like they like crunched it up and stuff, and then you can eat it like cereal. So it was like it had that little bit of a sweetness to it over just buying just regular Rice Krispies.
I don't remember this.
It was good. It was like what I've seen, it was like in like a purple box, like purplish box.
I'm gonna have to find it now because like that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. But I don't know if Walmart stopped selling it or if somebody else sells it, whatever. But I used to get it here and there. It was never in like a super big box because I don't know, because Kellogg's fucking, it's annoying. Just like the same with the Cocoa Krispies, they don't make like a bigger size box than what they have, and I really do like the Cocoa Krispies.
I can see that. I would totally be interested. So if you have this, send it to
Mhm.
me because I want to know what it is. Like I really do want to try it.
Like I'll see if I can like find it on Google and just like
Yeah,
do
just send it, email it to me. I want to know what this is now.
yeah, like it was some good cereal. And then when I'm trying to be healthy or whatever, I'll get like Honey Nut Cheerios and shit because that lasts forever.
Yeah, it's like the classic old people cereal.
But yeah, I like the Honey Nut. They did, and I so if they discontinued this, I'm gonna be mad. But there was a chocolate peanut butter Cheerio that was really, really good.
I don't even remember this.
Yeah.
What?
They this is just more. I'm gonna have to like cut some of this, but I'm probably not. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave all of this. I don't even care. But they make like different flavors because like there's like a strawberry like milkshake one or something now. They do one where it's like oats that they put on it and stuff.
Oh,
There's like a
oops.
there's like different berry flavors and stuff. But yeah, there's one that was chocolate peanut butter, and it was really, really good. and I don't know if they stopped making it or what.
I gotta find it. Like you're telling me things I didn't know existed. So now I'm like really interested in finding this out.
Because it was like it because it was like a more healthier version of like the Reese's Puffs. Like
Oh, I
you
see.
could still like taste the flavor and stuff of it, but it felt like it was more healthier.
Hmm.
Yeah, they make a lot of different flavors like Cheerios. I'm just like, man, this is actually pretty decent.
So is Honey Nut still like the like pinnacle, or would you say the other flavor kind of beats that one?
I mean, the Honey Nut Cheerios are still good, but if I could find the other flavors, I would get that. Um, should I haven't had Cheerios in so long because I just buy fucking bullshit cereal now. It's like, all right, here's this fucking pillowcase size bag of Frosted Flakes, and then same with the Reese's Puffs.
You
They both.
know, there's nothing wrong with Frosted Flakes, man. Like they're a classic cereal, okay? There's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, I will probably buy Frosted Flakes till the day I die. Like I don't care.
They're great. I don't understand. In fact, that was the slogan. So
Hmm.
I can do it.
Still been the slogan since
Yeah.
I don't know how long.
No
Since
one's
before
gonna
we
fight you on that.
exactly been the slogan since before we were born. Pretty sure.
Exactly. No one's gonna fight you on that.
Like how you said, if you well no, if I died from Frosted Flakes, I'd be like I choked on that shit. If I had to die from eating something, it would definitely be White Castle.
I don't trust you now. Cause like, okay, my friends were like, oh, White Castle is so good. It's so good, right? So I tried this when I went to Detroit. I went to Michigan and I was
Uh,
like recording, like doing like music stuff. And I was rehearsing. I went to White Castle. It wasn't good. And now I don't trust anyone who says this to me.
see, I love White Castle. I grew up on it. Like I have been to a few White Castles where it was not good. Like
I don't understand.
it is
Like,
not it's not consistent in every state, and I I do kind of hate that because I've been to some in like St. Louis and different places to where it was not consistent.
I will give it, because you said this, I will give it a chance. I have only tried it once. Well, I'll try it a second time and see, because I was very confused why, like, the onions are not cooked.
Oh yeah, you went to a bad one.
I was like, what is happening? I
Yeah, you went to a bad one. That
was
was
very confused. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
yeah. No, usually like the onions are cooked because they steam the burgers, and so
Mm.
it's like sauteed onions on it. Like I said, I love it. I grew up on it. I've had people who are
So they're
like,
supposed to be sauteed.
yeah,
They were not.
yeah, you went to a bad one. You went to one that they did not give a fuck about their job that
They
day.
were not. I
Like,
was
you ain't got no
very
fuck you.
concerned.
They just handed you a bag because it was like, get out my face.
I was very concerned. I was like,
Mm.
oh, no, never again. And it was crazy because I hear people say, oh, I would drive so far for White Castle. I'm like,
I have.
you have?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I used to live in I used to live in a state where there was no White Castle, and I was like, I would literally do a Harold and Kumar for some fucking White Castle. Like
Did you really?
I didn't like so like even where I am right now, there are no White Castles. Like I have to drive like 2 hours to get to a White Castle. I'm
Oh
not
my God.
going to, but anytime I do travel where one is, I will get White Castle. Like
Like in that direction. Yeah,
yeah, like I
for
was in
sure.
like for the concert I went to, I was in Chicago. I got White Castle. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Maybe I will try it in Chicago and see if it's any better. Was the Chicago one good?
yeah, it.
Okay.
I go to like different ones in Chicago too. So like it you like I said for some reason it varies depending on where you are, and that's just
Okay.
weird to me because you would think it's consistent, but then again, like even McDonald's isn't really consistent everywhere.
That's true. That's also true. So I'm gonna give it a fair chance. I'm gonna give it a fair chance. That's also true. You have a good point.
Because I've definitely had bad McDonald's and just like
Yeah, I think we all have, to be honest. I think we all have. It's not been, there's times where the fries aren't frying,
yeah,
they just aren't.
they give you lukewarm fries.
Yeah.
Like I just paid you $4 for these fries, and you don't even got the decency to give me hot fries.
And I don't understand that, but like, luckily it doesn't happen often because I live right next to a busy one.
Mm,
So I can just like walk there. But I think that's pretty much probably what it is. Maybe the locations aren't as busy,
maybe.
so they don't like make as much. I would assume it's probably similar to like other stores where they have like flagship locations or something.
But they need to make an app of like which restaurant is the best. Like how somebody did made an app or whatever to say when the McDonald's ice cream machine is actually working, so they can't lie.
Listen, yeah.
Like they need a like they need they need something where it's like this is the best restaurants to go to for like all the fast food places. Like this one's good, this one fucking sucks because
I mean, maybe it'll help the consistency while they're on the board, to be
hmm.
honest, if that's what it takes.
Like, all right, if you want to go to McDonald's, you got to go to this one because they got the best. Like, they always make their stuff fresh. Don't go to this one because they be wilding over there.
Yeah.
All right, I I've had so much fun talking to you. I could talk to you for longer, but
Same.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure this
no,
will
it's
be a
been fun.
3 hour interview.
Oh, yeah, we're just vibing. It's fine. Like, so it's,
If you got anything you want to plug, let people know where they can find you.
oh, yeah, sure. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music. It's Samiah, and the EP that you should listen to is The Flower and the Serpent because I think it's cool, and maybe you will too.
Yeah, make sure you go follow her on all social media platforms, and make sure to hit up whatever your DSP is of choice, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music. Go go find the music because it is amazing. You can find me on most social platforms because I'm not doing TikTok because I fucking hate it. But you can find me on Instagram at djackson.tmd, abbreviated for the Midnight Drive. If you listen live on air and you would like to get more engagement or anything like that, you can follow me on twitch.tv at D_Jackson, JAXXYN. And I'm also on Facebook at Damien Jaxxyn. Follow me on all of that if you want to know what's going on. All right, it is great talking to you.
Thank you for having me. I had fun.
Me too. I know we're both tired fucking people, but it was great conversation.
For
And
sure.
definitely got to have you on again when you release new music a week when album drops.
I would love that. That would be fun. Absolutely.
All right, everybody, that has been the interview. Take care, live long, and rock on. We out.